So I just want to start and say thank you too for choosing me to be the cover photo. I really feel blessed. I mean, it came out of nowhere and I didn't know how or why. But you know what she said, what I love is that WOE Magazine is about imperfections, but women empowering one another, uplifting one another, and that is what we really need to do, right? Because none of us is perfect, right? And Instagram, Facebook, it looks good with the little light and everything, right? The little light, I learned about it. But you know what I mean? But it's not real. You know what I mean? Real women have real issues, real challenges, real hardships, through relationships, through career, through their health, and things like that. And that's what this magazine is going to show. So we need a magazine for us, helping us, supporting us, and being with us. So thank you everyone for coming. And these lovely ladies, and this whole event is amazing, so thank you. So it was in my family, but you know, 9-10 years ago, it was something that a lot of women didn't have at a young age. You know, people who had gotten diagnosed with breast cancer over 50, and it's an older woman's disease. So when I went to the doctors, they didn't think it was anything because I was young. I was 33, and they were like, no way, it's not that. And so thank God that I really pushed for them to do it. So you have to push for your health and never give up, right? So I pushed for it, and then they were like, well, we'll go to the sonogram, but we really don't think so. And then I pushed again, and they thought, no, and then they did their biopsy. And I guess that moment when the biopsy, the doctor said, well, you have breast cancer. And it really rocked my world, because you know when you have cancer, it's like you're thinking of death, and, you know, the head scar, being sick, and I'm in New York City, and I'm thinking, wow, this really can't be my life, God. And then I really went on a mission, and I didn't tell a soul, which you should not do. You need someone to be with you. And I was just kept on working in New York City, trying to hustle for my dreams, writing, acting, speaking. And then 2 years later, I remember my back started really killing me, and I bent down, I couldn't move, I had to go to a chiropractor, I had to go to a wellness center. I went to every doctor in New York, and no one could figure it out. They said, well, let's just do a whole body scan, CAT scan, MRI. That's when the doctors told me I had stage 4 breast cancer, terminal. And you know, at a young age, when you hear that, it's like, all right, this is really not my life. Like, are you really bamboozling me? Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm pumped. Because you really can't believe it. And I remember when the doctor said, well, do you believe in miracles? I was like, and he just said so matter of fact, just did cold, you believe in miracles, that I was like, you know what, hell yeah, I believe in miracles. I believe in God, I believe that I'm going to be here. And I was like, I'll see you in 5 years, and I'm 9 years cancer free. And so that day, I really learned courage, because I remember getting on my knees saying, God, it's a bigger purpose, right? I know if I live year after year, it is a bigger purpose for me. And that's when I started turning my courage and my pain into my purpose. I said, year 1, they kept saying, well,
my name's Chief Ayo. I am a style influencer, a media personality, and a brand builder. And I know that term gets thrown around a lot these days, but just to give you a little bit about my background and my journey, I started out as a model and an entrepreneur, and I always loved being in front of the camera. And in my 20s, that's what I did. I was in New York, and I'm from New York. And I was a model in Wilhelmina, but I got really tired of having to wait for somebody to pick me. I always got tired of waiting on someone else to decide if I was going to get picked for the job, for the audition, if I was going to get picked to get picked, right? And I was like, this can't be what the guy created me to do. Like, it just didn't add up for me mentally. So I wanted to create something that I always felt empowered. And I offer that to everyone because what my journey is obviously is my journey, but I don't know what that is for you. That's for you to discover. But we always have something in us that makes us feel empowered. I love fashion and always have, but what I really love about being in the fashion industry is that when we look good, we feel good, even if we don't feel good. Can I get that too? Yes. And one of the beauties of being in not only this world and this time, but some of the things that we have access to, that we're very blessed to in terms of fashion, is that we really can create how we want to feel by the way we look. And so today, that's what I do. So not only do I help brands fashion brands help merchandise and create styles that I believe women would receive and love to wear, but also I help individuals do the same by communicating that. So you'll see me posting fashion segments and offering fashion advice in certain magazines. But again, I think it's really important that we remember that we never just. And when I say that because I had an aunt that always was like, oh, I'm just going to the store. Oh, I'm just going to run errands. And I always thought, but if you just, and you think, and that's everything in life, oh, I'm just writing a quick email. So, or we always want to do it in excellence. So you always want to feel good because that's what you want to move on. And if you look good, you feel good.
My name is Veronica Gio, and I'm the founder and CEO of the agency. We are a full-service communications firm, and thank you, Ayo, for including me in your panel. My story is when I brought my oldest daughter with me, and I don't think she even knows this story. I haven't shared this story publicly. I only shared it once on an interview with Billy, but I'm actually a domestic violence survivor. I ended up in the wrong relationship, and I was beat very badly. And then after that, I had to discover, I had to really look into myself and say, why am I in this relationship? And why is it that every time I walk away, I end up back in this situation? That's when I had to really look at myself. And let me tell you, that is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, which was look at myself in the mirror and accept myself for who I am, flaws and all.